As of last night and right now, Joe Matarese. Hey, it's me. I don't do the porcelain bit. But he has decided to attack RedBar. Now, this isn't an unwarranted attack. They've trashed the shit out of Joe Matarese and everyone else, and I know the One subreddit has as well. So let's get into this, people. He puts out this tweet. It all makes sense now. Now this is RedBar, fatter. It looks like some type of Puerto Rican or something. But I guess RedBar tried being a stand-up comedian. Now I know back when he was younger, he actually owned his own comedy club. Who knows how he got the money? Probably rich kid. But then he goes, people that don't have the balls to continue stand-up and then quit usually are harsh critics of others who do have the balls to pursue it for the long haul. Have you noticed real comics don't critique their own publicly? Ooh, taking a shot at RedBar. And he puts another picture of RedBar, and he goes, and this is the guy you chose to follow and make your hero? The guy all of us would never want to be? Why not idolize someone you'd want to be? And I guess he's just responding back to all of RedBar's people. Then he puts, I'm saying you worship someone in a cultish fashion who bailed at stand-up when it got hard and hides at home behind a mic alone in his house and critiques others' original work. Hey. Is he talking about RedBar or me? Who hides at home behind a mic, alone in his house, and critiques others' original work. It takes a real artist to create original things and put them out. That's why he only shits on others. Ooh. This guy puts, I think stand-up requires courage and above average intelligence, which is why I support live comedy whenever I can. Joe Matarese puts, that means he did it. I win every time, you guys. So how easy being tough is it in written form or from your house? Oh. Calling niggas out? Then Joe Matarese puts, I have no beef. I'm just stating the facts. He can say whatever he wants on his show. It's fine with me. I'm just stating the facts why he does it in a very civilized, correct, and relaxed way. And like I said, this isn't unwarranted because RedBar trashes the shit out of Joe Matarese. So then he goes back to that guy. Also, guys that own clubs and then do comedy usually treat comics like shit. And why do you think that is? The same reason he shits on comedians. I win again. So his basic point is RedBar is jealous that he never made it as a comic, and it's really not that funny of a guy, in personal opinion. And that his own jealousy, that's why he shits on these guys so hard, because he's really jealous he can't do it. Can't say I disagree with that. And then he goes, this guy goes, you figure it out, Joe. You can't possibly as terrible and delusional as Mike says you are. Then this guy put, Anthony Cumia never did stand-up comedy, but is or was a millionaire from being funny. Joe Matarese puts, that makes no sense. Anthony isn't a stand-up. He can shit talk all he wants, that's fine. When you shit talk about the same comic for 2 years every week, you are trying to fill some empty part of yourself. Hashtag fact. Another good point. Although, I want to, Stuttering Juan might have something to say about that. Joe puts, I was using the old picture of him doing stand-up to prove a point. I know I look awful in a million pictures. I have no top lip and a big nose, I'm quite aware. Post away, I win again. He puts, also, have you noticed I haven't used made-up lies to make any of my points during this tweeting session? How talented are you when you just create bullshit to make your points. We fired real news people for that. This is very fun. Thanks for playing. This guy puts, you should do a Periscope and get your thoughts out, Joe. But I think it's coming out very clearly here on Twitter. I found my zone. Who knew? This guy puts, how many things are you on and how long has it been? Bro, you seem like you're tweeted up half the time. Not a guy who's level from meds, but this guy's babbling. And then he just puts, nice try, 0 followers and fake name guy. You're obviously a psychological expert. Psychological expert. And he puts, one last topic. If I have a stand-up career and earn a living doing stand-up, why is that considered going nowhere? No, I don't make $500,000 a year doing stand-up, but I do make more than $80,000 a year just doing stand-up. Just stand-up. I've had better years, but that's my lowest. It's not that bad, 80 G's. I mean, considering that the job's not that hard, that's actually, and that he's saying that's his lowest. So $80,000 a year for not that hard of a job, that's not that bad. Then Joe puts, trust me, I'm not bragging at all because it's not great, but it's far from awful. Ask a ton of comics and take a poll. A lot more are making less than $80,000 a year. Then there are comics making more than that. Hashtag fact. I win again. What's that about? 8-0? That last part was corny as fuck. Then he's one of those Reddit guys. This guy goes, 30 years into business, you have 24 people paying $3 a month on Patreon. Quite a following you've built. It's way better than Danny Ross. And Joe puts, my small following isn't from shitting on other comics. That's a shortcut. I'd rather have a small group of good, decent people like me than a mob of angry bottom feeders. Going negative is too easy and doesn't interest me. Negative radio is like stand-up comics doing fart jokes. This guy puts, in one of the most expensive cities to live in, 80,000 ain't shit though. Joe puts, mention that to the 5,000 comics in New York making $5,000 to $10,000 a year. And I said, that's just stand-up. Add merch, sold specials, TV deals, and farm tables. It goes up a little. Again, not bragging, just sick of hearing how unsuccessful I am. And that amount is from working very hard daily. The guy puts, keep telling yourself that. 30 years honing your craft, appearances on all the biggest shows and nothing to show for it. Joe puts, this is wrong too. 30 years and me doing many TV shows is why I make that amount. Ask the comics that have no TV credits what they make a year. Hate to break it to you guys, but unless you get a lucky break, that's what my job pays if you are lucky. This guy puts, release the total you make per month on Patreon. Notice you turn that off so we can't see. Joe puts, it's not much, and unless you can't do math, you can tell that by seeing the 26 people that subscribe. It's there. Are any of you guys not fucking idiots? My point is made. Anyone who idolizes your savior is not very bright. And that's coming from a guy who dropped out of CC, I'm assuming community college. And it goes, look how easy it was for me to get all your attention tonight. All I had to do was shit on you all back. My point was proven. Grow up and try being kind. You're all children, not men. And then other shit. And then someone threatened him like an hour ago. And I think they deleted the tweet. So he responds, this is the kind of fan base he appeals to. People that could do this kind of stuff. Come on over. You are all invited. Oh, wait. You don't have your driver's license yet. Then another one. I think they deleted the tweet. He goes, why did you take my address down? Are you more afraid what would happen to you for doing that than I am having it be up there on your fake account? And then he just goes and, oh wait, then he goes, just got this from my new gig in Arizona emailed. Are you seeing the tweets from some guy named Woodward of AZ last night and this morning. He's threatening that you need security and he's coming to the show. He also sent a message to the host this weekend that you called her the N-word. Joe. Joe puts, I come back at you guys in tweets after 2 years of your shit weekly about me, and you immediately go to illegal measures. I took it and you can't. I win again. Keep going. Maybe your idol will get banned from broadcasting. Then he puts, this all connects to him. Keep going. You think this stuff is hard to document? It's all there. And then just his gig. So, a lengthy go back at RedBar from Joe Matarese. Now, the gayest thing about RedBar is we won't hear his response until Saturday night. And by then, we won't care. Or at least I certainly won't give a fuck what he's going to say on his dumb show. And I'm pretty sure the interesting shit he's going to say for the Scars Club. And you can fucking pay $11. Hold on, I got shit. He said I can have it for free for a month, and I did it. But, so, Joe Matarese ain't taking it no more. And this is honestly what you need to do. Now, do people hate and fuck with Joe Matarese? Yeah. But, now, if you strike back like he's doing, people are still going to hate and dislike him, but some people will go, oh, I kind of respect that. Oh, he kind of made a good point there. Not everybody, maybe not even most people, but some people. And that's why it's important to strike back. So, Joe Matarese and RedBar. Joe Matarese responded.